Okay, so I know this morning, Mimi Brown in Front Page News talked to us about, some of the protests happening in Minneapolis because of Renee Good and Don Lemon and how he's come into the picture. But Nicki Minaj is being called out by some people for being, according to them, homophobic. And the reason why this is happening is because when the live stream that Don Lemon did on his YouTube channel went live and you got picked up by news, she decided, Nicki Minaj, to tweet about it. And her tweet says, Don... C-word, sucking lemon is disgusting. How dare you, ? I want that thug in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up. And then there's a photo of a Chucky doll. Then she tweets, Happy New Year. Then she retweets a post by a woman who was talking about the fact that Don Lemon is married to a white man. He married Tim Malone, real estate agent, back in 2024.
They started tweeting Dr. Umar that?
They started tweeting and Nicki Minaj reposted it. So I don't know if it made it to Dr. Umar yet, but yeah. So they talk about they're questioning whether he's pro-black or not because of his relationship, and Nicki Minaj retweets that and says true or false ? Hashtag arrest Don Lemon. She then tweets photos and she's saying the world is watching. Now, like I mentioned, you have the Hollywood Reporter, Yahoo, people that are having a conversation about her being homophobic. She's trying to have a conversation about whether Don Lemon should be locked up or not
Well, it's the way she said sea-sucking.
Yes.
Like she made it seem like, it was a bad thing to be a sea-sucker.
But I just feel like if her whole thing is to bring attention to, I think Don Lemon should be arrested, and all the news coverage is about the fact that she's homophobic, I think most of the news coverage anyway on one side, I think it kind of defeats the purpose. But
no, I disagree with you because all I saw yesterday was them actually calling for Don Lemon to be arrested. They literally said they was going to bring charges up against Don Lemon.
Yeah, I saw there was going to be like the KKK law that they were going to try and use. But on one side, I think there's a lot of conversation about the homophobia now. But Don Lemon himself responded, and he also talked about, this being homophobic or not. Let's take a listen to Don Lemon responding to Nicki Minaj.
So people have been asking me about responding to Nicki Minaj's unhinged homophobic tweet about me. Let me just say this. Nicki Minaj, stop talking about for which you know nothing about. This is you're out of your depth, and you are a homophobic bigot. You don't care about African Americans, and you're not an African American. From what I know, you are reportedly an undocumented citizen, so you should be deported under Donald Trump's rules. And the other thing is that your family members, you have one family member who is reportedly a sex offender, the other family member, your husband or whatever, a sex offender is your husband, and one of them is reportedly a pedophile. And you have nerve to talk about me and what you think that I do? Get a life. Stop being a pick-me. You should have put a pick-me doll on that damn tweet instead of a Chucky doll, because you are nothing but a pick-me. I choose not to pick you, and so should black people, and so should gay people. Shouldn't buy your music. Clock that.
I will say something. When I heard Don Lemon do that rant yesterday, I guess it never dawned on me. I didn't realize Nicki Minaj was undocumented.
Yeah,
I thought that the whole deportation thing was just a joke. I didn't realize.
I thought so too, but I did see. So the same people who are calling for Don Lemon to be locked up, arrested, all the things, right? They're also saying that what he said about her being undocumented wasn't a thing. But I do know that there is
It's not true.
There's conversation back and forth, and here's why. So on one side, you have the petition on change.org, which is over 92,000 signatures right now, asking for Nicki Minaj to be deported. Now, back in 2016, Nicki Minaj herself talked about Donald Trump wanting her to go home and spoke out against deportation policies. And then in 2018, she did the same thing, speaking against Trump and his family separation policies because of her connections to Trinidad. But
is she undocumented or not?
She was born in Trinidad.
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, because I thought she came over here when she was 5.
Yeah,
I don't know if she did the paperwork to become a citizen or if she's dual citizenship. We don't know, but she was definitely born in Trinidad.
Yeah,
when I looked at it yesterday, I saw she posted on Instagram, I guess back in the day, I came to this country as an illegal immigrant. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no,
I never
she
knew
talks about it all the time, being born in Trinidad and all that.
Yeah, she has there's a song, yeah, she's talked about it before. We just mentioned the dates, but
damn, shouldn't she at all this time? Shouldn't she like be here legally though? Like, shouldn't she?
We don't know for a fact that she's not. We don't.
I mean, she married, so then she technically got a green card.
But you know that happens to a lot of people. Like, people come here as a kid, they never get their citizenship because they don't really think about it. They consider themselves American, and then they get in trouble, and then they get like that happened to Sean. Sean was
that happened because he from Belize.
Even what's his name? If you watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa's husband Joe Giudice, he was born here. He went to elementary school here, middle school here, high school here, part of college, and then when you get a crime,
AI Overview says she's not a U.S. citizen.
Damn.
I don't know what that means. I'm sure she's paid plenty of taxes here. And stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, she's and speaking of her marriage, a lot of people feel like the conversations and all of the support of the Trump administration, which Don Lemon mentioned in his TMZ interview that he did about this, is because she's trying to cozy up to the Trump administration to ask for pardons for her husband, and that's been a whole conversation as well too. So,
well, after finding out if she, I guess, allegedly undocumented, I would think that would be more of a reason to cozy up to the Trump administration than the other stuff.
Yeah. Well, we'll see as this goes because
Trump and that team, they're not deporting her.
No, she went to the UN for that.
No, she supports them too much. They're not deporting her.
Yeah,
I don't know why she would trust them people.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why you would trust them either to say that.
I mean, I think because right now, think about all of the conversation and the attention that she's kind of like a face of the Trump administration now.
Jeez.
It's Loren LoRosa telling you to beware of the dog. That's right, Top Dog Law. Car accident, slip and fall, or even a worksite injury. You make the call. Y'all better call the dog. No legal talk, no red tape, just one call and they handle the rest. They only get you paid if you win. No out-of-pocket fees, no hidden costs, and no catch. Bills don't wait, and neither does my boy Top Dog Law. They act fast, right when you need it. Now don't wait. Call Top Dog Law for a free case review. Call now or check them out on Instagram at Top Dog Law. Y'all can also hit them up at topdoglaw.com. Any accident, big or small, you make the call. Y'all, call Top Dog Law. That's Top Dog Law.
And is sucker a slur?
If used in a way where you're trying to if you
weaponize
disparaging somebody for sucking it.
Yes.
Man, nah.
You can't disparage anybody.
I can't call you sucker.
Not if you're disparaging me for doing it.
Okay.
That's crazy, but you can disparage a woman. That don't make it a slur. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's just about how you say it.
What about we got prostitutes? We do it, Lauren. You know what I mean?
But
he said it she said it in a disparaging way because he is homosexual.
Yeah.
That's why. That's what she
weaponized
did.
it.
Yes.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
Just asking.
Well,
Yeah.
you call him gay in a disparaging way all the time.
No, I don't actually. I do it in a loving way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's right.
Then you know what's funny? I called him sucker. He didn't say no, I'm not. He just said he didn't say I'm not sucker. So
I don't
Right.
defend things like that. What's the point?
Okay.
You don't got to defend anything.
But also, too,
over-
if I was Don Lemon, I would be more concerned about the Department of Justice, threatening me with charges than I would anything Nicki Minaj got to say.
Well, he said yesterday on his live stream when he reacted to the Department of Justice that he is fine because he was not there as a protester, and he made it very clear. He did say that a lot on the actual church live stream, that he was just there as a journalist, which it is in his right, he says, for him to be able to be there as a journalist and be covering it.
No, when you see the Assistant Attorney General, threaten you with charges.
So you want a
That's scary.
record?
Yeah.
Or you want alert?
I would be. I'd be more focused on that than I would anything Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
got.
like Don said,
Scary.
what about all the other journalists?
You know what's crazy too? I know we got to wrap up, but I was thinking about this yesterday. Don Lemon at CNN, of course, he had people always coming for him, and he wasn't everybody's favorite. But him on his live stream, I feel like
I remember when they used to treat Don Lemon the way they treating Stephen A. Smith now.
He hates all black people.
Yes, when they used to call him Uncle Tom and Coon. I remember that vividly. When he was in Ferguson, he was like, "Do I smell marijuana? Is that marijuana?" When he was holding up the N-word sign on CNN, that's what I remember that vividly.
Yeah, but I just feel like now the conversations around him are they're just as big, or if not bigger, because he's on his own. He's able to do what he wants to do. But it's just a different conversation. I was thinking about that yesterday, how media has changed so much because he's there on his own live stream, just on YouTube, and he's making national news and making the DOJ sit down and tweet and have these conversations. So
that's not the conversations I want them to be.
Hell no.
All right.
there's a lot going on.
Scary.
Well, that is the latest with Lauren. Now, when we come back, we got front page news, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Hold up. Every day I wake up, wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?